Elizabeth Colleton.
And I'm Thayer Long. Elizabeth and I are working with the Master Gardeners of Northern Virginia on best practices for climate-conscious gardening. And today we're here at the Glen Carlin Community Library to help demonstrate some of those best practices.
And one thing that we're going to be talking about today is the idea of reimagining your lawn. If you're like a lot of us, you have a big expanse of turf that you spend a lot of time taking care of, weeding, perhaps applying fertilizers and pesticides to. And we want to talk about some alternative approaches to your lawn that can cut down on fertilizer use and be beneficial to the environment. We are at the historic cemetery that's adjacent to the demonstration garden, and the reason we wanted to walk in here with you is to just show you what's happening with the typical American lawn, and to talk about some of the things that you might want to consider in the context of climate-conscious gardening when it comes to that sort of holy grail of American suburbanism, which is the beautiful green lawn. And Thayer has a lot of experience in reimagining and sort of rethinking the role that turf plays in your garden. And so we wanted to sort of have a little back and forth about how that can play into your particular circumstances.
Well, Elizabeth, you hit it on the head. It's a matter of aesthetic, and it's a matter of personal choice, how people view their lawn, what they want their lawn to look like. And I think what people need to realize is you can still have that lawn that you want, but just be aware that turf grass is the #1 crop grown in the United States. We spend billions of gallons watering our lawns every year. We put a tremendous amount of herbicides and pesticides into our lawn. So if you're looking to be more climate conscious in how you're gardening or how you're maintaining your property in this regard, I think you also need to just be prepared to rethink the aesthetic of what you want your lawn to look like. And what we're standing amongst is really an untended, untreated expanse.
Right.
And it's mowed, but it's not watered. They actually have a native grass here called Danthonius vincata, also known as poverty oat grass. It's native, doesn't require any watering, which is a plus. It's got certainly some things other than grass amongst it, tucked amongst it, which is green.
And what's the value of some of these spurges and maybe some clover in the springtime?
Well, I think it's very productive for the environment, for surrounding wildlife. A American lawn, as we have sort of been grown up to think about it, is really a monoculture. It doesn't really support a lot of wildlife above or below. So, maintaining this expanse, or actually not maintaining this expanse, actually is an example where you can have a lawn to enjoy, to run around in, but just it's thought out in a different way than I think a lot of people are used to.
Right. So maybe let's go take a look at another step in this process of reimagining how you could kind of flip the lawn-garden balance at your own property.
So if you live in a typical Arlington or Alexandria lot, you might not have a wide expanse, or you might not like the look of an untreated expanse, which is fine. There's other ways to rethink turf and rethink grass even within the garden. Something that I've done, and I know Elizabeth, you're also very interested in, is in my own garden, I completely flipped the script and I got rid of all my lawn. And in fact, I have very limited grass. It's situated a lot like what they've done here at the demonstration garden. There's still a nice aesthetic to it, but we've also turned this space into a more higher and productive and economically friendly use.
Right, and basically what you're doing is reserving the turf for the function that maybe it's best suited to, which is to provide you a nice foot-friendly walkway where you need it, allowing you to build up the rest of your beds with much more productive plants and cultivars that are going to support more wildlife, support pollinators, support the birds and the bees. And it still gives you that sort of balance. But again, it's that idea of really thinking, what's the function for my garden? How do I want it to serve me? And it's worth thinking about, do you actually need all of that grass? So the main points that we've been trying to convey today about rethinking your lawn or reimagining your lawn is really rooted in the thought that, you know, your yard can really, you know, fulfill different needs for your family at different stages of their lives. When your kids are small, maybe it's really important to have that lush green lawn. As you get older and you don't use the backyard in the same way or the front yard in the same way, maybe that is an opportunity to sort of say, you know what, I don't need that much time and energy and water and resources poured into a monoculture green lawn. I can flip those beds and convert them into, you know, perennial gardens or herb gardens or something.
Right.
Yeah.
And I think also, no matter what size lawn, what size, small, big, just be aware that we are in a significant area. We are in the Chesapeake watershed area, and just be conscious.
Right.
And just be climate conscious of the amount of water that you're putting on your lawn and the amount of chemicals and other things to maintain the aesthetic that you're looking for. So, and there's multiple ways to do that. And we just hope that we've made you just a little bit more conscious on how you're thinking about your lawn.
Yeah, happy gardening. And if you need more information, you can always get it on our website, which is mgnb.org.